Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Adams Rite 5017-02-630 self-latching deadlock for a sliding door stainless steel finish. Okay. The 5017 is representative of this type of lock body, and the -02 and the -630 mean some particular things that we're going to get to in a moment. First of all, the function of this sort of lock body is for wood-framed sliding doors. The 5017 provides the same 1,000-pound withdrawal strength as does their MS 1847 aluminum storefront hook bolts, things of that nature. Deeper backset clears the recessed jamb used on wood doors, this reach area inside of here they're referring to. The bolt throw is easily adjusted by means of a screw in the faceplate. Okay. Mounting is by through bolts, which also secure the inside and exterior trim when installed. Okay. Now, I've gotten up to get a screwdriver so that we can review that. Okay, as I turn that clockwise, hopefully you can see that that distance has gotten even greater. Just watch this area right here. Now I'm going to turn it counterclockwise to draw it in. Okay, so that's going to allow you to tailor the installation very well for your particular installation, how recessed the strike might be, how thick the strike might be, how recessed in the lock body might be from the edge. Okay. Operation is via a 45-degree rotation of the turn or the key, which will retract the latch bolt. As I use my screwdriver to manipulate the cam, you can see how that retracts it in. Bolt is self-protecting. If the door is shut while the bolt is extended, which it always will be with this type because it's self-latching, it will retract, preventing damage or accidental lockout. This is a self-latching. My hand will be the strike, and when this approaches, it simply falls and connects. Okay. 630 stainless steel finish. Backset is 1 3/16. Let's take a look at what that means. Generally, you're talking about the edge of the door to the center of the lock cylinder prep, or where the tailpiece might go through, and that's, yes, indeed, 1 3/16. The case is stainless steel. That magnet at least tells us that it's non-ferrous, but I can tell from the hue of the steel, the color of it, that that's just mill stainless that's there. Let's go over the rest of the dimensional properties. The overall height of the body itself. Hey, I think we were checking on the height of the material. Let's start over. I was interrupted there. About 4 inches the height of the body. The overall height of the faceplate itself is going to be about 4.5. Width of the faceplate, about 3/8. Overall depth, about 1 9/16 inches. Thickness of the body itself looks like it is about 1/2 inch. That projection total at its maximum is about 11/16 of an inch. You can probably draw that in about 1/4 inch. So as I said earlier, what's going to hold everything together is your trim, your interior, your exterior trim. This will get mortised into the door. What holds it into the door is the through bolting that will occur with your trim. Mortising for this should be a very easy, simple, straightforward scenario where you would prep for the body itself, which would be a very particular route, this depth, you know, that width, that length. Then I would have a secondary prep, just the thickness of the plate, and the fact that it is, and here's the real secret weapon of any installer who has to mortise material for the caliper, the actual width of the face, 0.635. So really what you're looking for is a 5/8 diameter 2-flute carbide drill bit. where you're going to drop that down just the thickness and then route straight and then stop exactly where you need and exit out, and that will give you an incredibly clean prep. That's 0.635, so a 90th of an inch greater than 5/8, so you'd probably be able to make that work without any trouble. Radius ends, okay, which is also inferred in the part number. There are links for the options below here where you can pick up the turn, the strike, the outside trim plate, the cylinder pull. You can link to those items. Now, let's dissect this part number. There is a link below this video to a document called How to Order. And that document is going to basically, there's not much to it. 5017-02 is the self-latching. If it's -00, then it's the standard. It would not automatically latch when you close the door and would normally be retracted, and you would physically operate your turn cylinder or your key to lock the unit itself. The 630 is the finish, and looking at the second link below this video called Data Sheet, I am looking for where it's called out for, it's a different part number. So it's a 5017 if you want a zinc-plated steel case and faceplate. So 5017 inherently is stainless, and as a result, it's really not necessary at all to indicate 630 at the end of the part number, but it does make it easier for people to just understand, because 630 is incredibly common in the industry. It's an industry standard term for it. Down below this video, you'll see some images of the lock body, the box strike, the through-bolted trim if you want a cylinder on the inside and nothing on the outside, or the cylinder pull on the exterior, which would mate up to the back of the 1015 thumb turn. Okay, you're going to see this lock in particular on sliding doors in residential applications, the self-latching. Also, boats, believe it or not, doors on boats probably are the majority of time that I sell these Adams Rite sliding door locks. In a residential application, it's the sliding doors to a lanai, to a balcony, things of that nature. And then again, literally, sliding doors on boats. Although those boats will not have this sort of trim necessarily. They might have a different style trim like the 4189 or actually 4190 series from Adams Rite, where there's rectangular ABS plastic plates on both sides, but yet with a very similar lock body. Okay, if you are ordering this to replace a 5017, you're probably in good shape. If you are looking at this sort of lock body and you're hunting for the right part number, one thing that I want you to look for is obviously make sure that it has this adjustment, but the orientation of where the tailpiece comes in. If your orientation looks anything other than like this, stop. This is the wrong lock body, and reach out to us and we'll help you determine the proper lock body, because Adams Rite makes these identical lock bodies for different applications where the orientation of the hub for the tailpiece is set at different angles, and that's because the construction of a door and frame need to account for the action of turning a cylinder, or maybe how the latch bolt will behave based on the turn of how that will occur. So they will place that orientation of the hub of the lock body differently to best account for the application. Okay. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Adams Rite products that we sell, but a link to the manufacturer's website, along with a link to the full product catalog. I'm partial to Adams Rite, and it's because they're an excellent company in terms of the product line that they sell: exit devices, aluminum storefront hardware, specialty locking hardware such as the 5017, electric strikes, okay, but also excellent customer service, excellent technical support, always answer the question. But then they publish their parts list so that if you're looking to repair something or continue to get useful service out of something, they publish that data, and it's absolutely crucial. in order to be able to continue to get that useful service out of the significant investment in hardware. If you have any questions on the Adams Rite 5017-02-630 sliding door lock body or any other Adams Rite product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.